From the studios at the School of Communication and Journalism, welcome to Stony Brook's Newscast. I'm Brittany Dietz. The city of Nashville is holding a candlelight vigil tonight to mourn and honor the 6 victims who lost their lives in a tragic shooting at the Covenant School. 3 children and 3 staff members were killed as a result of the mass shooting in Tennessee on Monday. The released body camera footage identifies the shooter as 28-year-old Audrey Hale, a former Covenant School student who was fatally shot by the police 14 minutes after the attack was reported. The victims were rushed straight to the hospital where they were pronounced dead after arrival. Evan Osgener, a former neighbor of Hale, says that gun violence in his neighborhood has gone too far.
I mean, it's emotional to be in like a community that's like people are treated this way, and like to live right around the corner, it's heartbreaking, to be honest with you.
The suspect was diagnosed with a mental health disorder at the time of the shooting, according to the MNPD. On the topic of mental health, today I'm here with reporter Viola Flowers. Earlier, you spoke with Nicholas Eaton, the Director of Clinical Training in the Psychology Department, about the connection between violence and mental health. Tell us more about it.
Thanks for having me. With the high volume of violence across our country, many people think that mental health is the main cause. Others believe that this is an oversimplification of the issue. Eaton thinks that using mental health as an excuse or an explanation for violence is simply not enough.
It's the criminal behavior that actually gets you the diagnosis, and then we blame the diagnosis for the criminal behavior. It becomes tautological, circular in that sense.
So, what can we do about this issue?
Well, we can invest more into mental health care across the board. This is more than providing treatment for those with mental disorders. This is ensuring people's mental well-being, especially in communities that don't normally have access.
Mental disorder is not a them versus us issue. It's an us issue. And as long as we pretend that it isn't, we're going to keep having these problems and we're not going to find adequate solutions.
All right, thank you so much for being here, Viola.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk soon. Reporter Sonia Gugliara is currently at the 2nd Annual Mental Health Gala in the Student Union. Sona, tell us what's going on at the event.
Hello, I am reporting live from the Stony Brook Student Union Ballroom, where we are celebrating the 2nd Annual Mental Health Gala thrown by USG. Students and faculty are just now filing in. I am joined by USG Senator Yu-Chen Zhang. So would you like to tell me a little bit about what's going on here today?
Yes, wonderful. Thank you for having me. Wonderful. Thank you for having me. So this is an event that USG is doing to raise awareness for mental health and fundraise for the Steve Wolf Mental Health Fund. So as you may know, CAPS only provides 12 sessions a year for mental health services. There are many students who unfortunately do have more longer term mental health needs. So the purpose of the Steve Wolf Mental Health Fund is essentially to provide a fund for people in need. So of these mental health services, especially since a lot of these services can be very costly. In terms of the events, we have, as you can see, live music and guest speakers. We have 3 awesome, exciting guest speakers lined up ahead. And we also have food, as you can see. So it'll be a very exciting event.
And why is it important that we open up the mental health conversation overall?
I think it's important to open up the mental health conversation overall, mainly because it is important to raise awareness that it is okay not to be okay. So many times people are reluctant to seek help, especially men, and because people think it's important to be strong. But hey, think about it. It's really important to be vulnerable, willing to open up about your experiences, because ultimately vulnerability and seeking help is a sign of strength, because you are seeking help for that.
Thank you so much for speaking with me. We have a great time tonight. Tonight's theme is masquerade. Tonight's theme is masquerade, so it's a lot of exciting things ahead. Back to you guys in the studio.
A heated exchange just wrapped up at the Senate hearing today between outspoken progressive Bernie Sanders and former CEO of Starbucks Howard Schultz. Schultz defended against allegations that Starbucks has been breaking labor laws by denying employees the right to unionize. Schultz agreed to appear one day before the committee was set to vote to subpoena him.
I have the right, and the company has the right, to have a preference. And our preference is to maintain the direct relationship we've had with our employees who we call partners.
Starbucks and the unions have yet to come to any bargaining contract for the unionized stores, and negotiations have stalled. Did you know that you still have time to contribute to Giving Day? Today is Stony Brook University's annual Giving Day. This is one of the university's most successful fundraising efforts. Members of the community are giving back and directly supporting areas that matter to them most. This 24-hour fundraising event has currently raised over $600,000, and the 24-hour mark is not yet over. There is still time for Seawolves, faculty, staff, and alumni to donate. That's it for us in the studio. Make sure to tune in to next week's newscast. Have a great day, Stony Brook.